I'm recording.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spinner Rack. It is me, Mars with the crew. I'm here with my boys Cal and Petey, and today we're talking about, guess what's going to be happening coming up very, very soon. Daredevil reverts back. Netflix Daredevil reverts back to Disney. All right, so what's going on? There's a big petition being handled by our boy D'Onofrio and some fans that they want them to renew Daredevil once again. What is your take on that? I'm passing it on to my boys Cal and Petey. Hey, what are your thoughts on this, Cal? Hit me. What?
Hell no. They're done.
Are you out of your mind?
They're done. They're done. They wrote the series knowing that they were not going to get another season. So they effectively tied up Daredevil for Netflix. They're done. They had this dude take off his mask in front of the Kingpin and Kingpin's wife. Okay, you're done. You finished your story. You went for broke. You wrote the story like there were not going to be any more. Your storyline is over. You're done. You can't come back. And to be quite honest, I don't want to see you come back either. I enjoyed what was there. You had your 3 seasons. You're done. Time to move on. New people, recast. Maybe I can get a proper Power Man and Iron Fist where they actually want to hang out together instead of all this newfangled privilege BS that I had to go sit through. But as of right now, done. Unless you want more Jessica Jones, you can always get more Jessica Jones on Netflix.
Okay.
Cal, Petey, can I get a more reasoned opinion from you, as a fan of the show?
Ultimately and regretfully, the Daredevil, I guess Daredevil and Punisher, which were the strongest of the stuff that was on Netflix, been canceled as a power play that Kevin Feige did, because there's not just a power play with the Netflix deal to kind of oust Jeff Loeb, that gave us some stuff like we were just sort of scratching the surface with with Bullseye and whatnot. And even though we had this big ultimate fight between the Daredevil and the Kingpin, we had some really good stuff with that, really good stuff with wacky stuff with Punisher 2, but still fun. And ultimately, it's sad to say that that our boy Feige would be like, I gotta oust everybody. I gotta get Jeff Loeb out of there. Now Jeff Loeb is getting the racist Ike sort of stuff. They're just tacking it on there when he was a friend to everybody at Marvel. And not only that,
Wait. We're crossing into roads that we don't need to cross into. First, I don't think we shouldn't be talking about Feige.
That's why we're not getting any more shows that he's going to be like, hey.
No, Netflix pulled it, okay? That's all we got to say. Netflix pulled the show. Let's go from there, okay? So look, just revamp what you were saying. Yeah,
I'm not revamping what I'm saying. I'm saying that the power play, our boy, he also kicked out the Marvel writers, said that, hey, I can do it myself. I don't need them. Look what I did with Spider-Man. I totally rewrote that whole thing, got rid of all the anything that was good from Spider-Man, and we made him into Jimmy Olsen. So it's like, no, they actually had the Marvel people in there. They had, what was it, the group? It was like they called the group, and Feige crushed them. So.
I clearly don't understand your misplaced blame on some of these things. Clearly, that was not what happened. But people, the fans out there,
what didn't happen? Feige, clearly a megalomaniac, a successful one. He said, Jeff Loeb, I don't want to see you anywhere near it. Anything that you do, I'm going to connect you to Ike.
That's
I'm
right.
going to make sure that when I say Ike didn't allow us to do Black Panther and what's that thing? And Captain Marvel, I'm going to say Jeff Loeb didn't want it too, even though he was involved with Jessica Jones, which was the second female hero on Netflix. So there you go.
Play the song, Petey. Play the song.
What song will I play? I don't know.
I want it all. I want it all.
Ultimately, no, they had good shows. And whether it be Netflix that decided to not play, go through the negotiation thing and be lowballed by Marvel and saying, we got all the properties. They decided to bolt out of it.
Look, Charlie Cox, who played Daredevil, and many of the cast were surprised what happened, okay? Even people in Marvel were shocked when they pulled the cord on this show. It wasn't Feige that you're trying to rope in. again, let's keep him out of this. All right.
That's what everyone wants to do.
So what's going on here is that Netflix, of course, was doing this as a defensive move because Disney Plus is about to start. All right. So the question, this is not what we're talking about.
Hey, Mars. Mars.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Good. It was Feige.
Okay, so again, I don't know where you guys get off with some of these delusional ideas that you guys shouldn't even be bringing up in conspiracy theories on our channel.
Variety newspaper.
But continuing, the point, it's irrelevant. The fans want this show back. The fans want to see it once more. The fans want it to come back. They like Courtney. They like Charlie Cox.
Come on, the fans want the Snyder cut. You know, the fans want a live action Thundercats movie. It's not happening.
You walk right into his trap. You had to keep going and pushing, and I can't fight him on that one. I got all other stuff I could fight him on, and because the other shows are good. The Punisher, those things I could fight you on, but then now you walk right into his trap. I mean, come on.
Look, give me a break, okay, Cal? You know full well we liked it. You liked it. The reviews were pretty good when we were doing the show. Okay. All I'm saying here.
Daredevil. I love that show. That was for me as a Daredevil. Daredevil was the guy who started heavy comic book reading for me. Daredevil was okay. I was reading it, and then Dixon turns me on to some more issues, and then I go from there. And Daredevil had not been something that I had enjoyed for years, thanks to Brian Michael Bendis, and he ruined that series for me. Totally ruined it. And then to watch the show again, and it was everything that I enjoyed. It was everything that I had been reading, and they brought it to life on that series. I enjoyed it so much with such minimal criticism. It was so enjoyable, but it's done. It's done.
But you see, no, because there was a lot more. They were building up to more stuff. They've just brought in Elektra. They just finished the whole thing with the Hand.
Like
the
Punisher is the Bullseye. You sound like an ex-girlfriend who won't go away. It's over.
They were just developing the Bullseye character. The last season with Bullseye was pretty good. Look, I'm just saying.
Ending on that whole thing. It's over. It's done.
All right. So I think that we should definitely try and get out there and sign that petition because we want back. Not only do we want the Daredevil back, we want the Punisher, we want Luke Cage.
You are not signing any petition because you're not going to put your real name on anything. I already know that. So you're not signing any petition. All right. You hear that, people? He's telling you to do what he's never going to do. He's never putting his name on that position.
I'm putting my name on it. Okay. So what do you think, PD?
I'm saying,
quality shows.
I'll say it like this. Ultimately, with canceling the Punisher and Daredevil, ultimately is another, 10 years before we get a new one. It's already got other shows on the line. I don't want, and in my own interest, I'm not sure if I'm going to go back with a whole new cast and try to watch another thing of them doing the same stuff. Like, they're not going to, look at how these things go. They go back and they do an origin story. They know we're going to do it right because those guys got it wrong. So they do everything that's successful. What did the movie do? They did the origin. They did Kingpin. They did Elektra. What did the TV show do? The Kingpin, Elektra. They're going to do the same stuff over and over again. So I'm going to go to Marvel and just under that banner saying Feige's going to somehow get it right.
We're not talking about Feige. This conversation is solely.
No, I'm talking about Disney Plus. When they move it over, you need enough time between the same amount of time between Batman and the Batman movies. You need time for people to forget this stuff. Just recasting and redoing a whole new thing when you already had that. When ultimately you had the same problem the X-Men had, where you're like, what are we gonna do? Wolverine, Magneto, and Xavier, they're all the hits. People want to do the hits. The studios don't know what work. Oh yeah, Elektra. Oh, Born Again. Let's put all this up. Have Punisher fight Daredevil. What are they gonna do? They're gonna do all that same stuff. Or they'll do Spider-Monkey in Daredevil. He's not Daredevil, it's Spider-Monkey.
All right, so let me just get this. You guys are definitely saying you're not interested in having a continuation of any of these series.
No, I'm saying that. I'm the one saying that. Okay. I'm saying that they cut the cord. I don't want no recasting. That was me.
Okay, but if they come back with the same cast, Charlie Cox is back on, D'Onofrio's back on, some of the other. I think so. Yeah, they're pushing it. What do you think? If they come back, if
The fans are asking for that.
no, D'Onofrio's pushing. He wants to come back.
That's Cal already said he's not the studio.
He's not the studio, but I'm just saying, if the original cast, Charlie cast, would you watch the show again?
Of course,
Simple
it's
as
the
that.
original cast, and they did other stuff we hadn't seen, and they brought all those guys back and whatnot. But that's not going to happen.
So it's a simple yes. So let's sign the doggone thing and say, hey, bring them back. Let's give it another chance.
Too much in Hollywood. It has the stink of the old. They have to get rid of everything.
It was very, very successful. It was very successful for Netflix.
Correct.
You know what I'm trying to say?
And move on. They're going to put. Well, the good thing is you've already got some years underneath your belt in terms of them getting distant from the Netflix stuff. So we might see Daredevil, Iron Fist, Power Man. We might see those cats again, even though people are going to be like, well, what about these guys? Well, that's pretty much the end of that. And I mean, it's unfortunate, but did anybody think that Marvel was going to be where it is right now when they started the whole stuff on Netflix and Disney Plus and all these other? Nobody was thinking that type of stuff at that time.
Yes, they were. They were big. Marvel was big back then, and I'm telling you right now,
They
were able to get this
that way at that time. Okay, the contracts would have been different at that time.
They weren't expecting to do a Disney Plus, and then that's the thing.
Netflix is the right platform. We can get everybody out there. The money is good, and then they look 2 years into it, and they're like, "Uh-oh, wait a second. We can have a
lot of money.
We keep a lot more of this money." Okay, and then the ownership is a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a totally different thing when you've got the whole thing. And they were not thinking about it at that time. Like, hey, what we need, instead of doing stuff at Netflix, we need our own platform to do this. And then it comes down the pike. Oh wow, you know what? We need our own platform to do this. And we have complete control and complete ownership and all the money. So that's not going to happen. They weren't thinking about it at the time. Again, I have really, really enjoyed Daredevil. That last season, I was very happy with what they did. I love the way they executed it for the most part. For the most part, it was a renaissance with me with Daredevil as a character. I so enjoyed that character. I haven't been able to read that book in such a long time because of the damage that was done by Bendis and a couple. No, it was just him. It really destroyed it for me. But
we don't need to name. We don't need to name call. We don't need to name call, my friend.
Brian Michael Bendis. Now, but that series on Netflix was such a renaissance. If you were a Daredevil fan like me, it was great to go back, see all those great aspects of Daredevil brought to life. It was just great. I even got to meet some of the cast and really thank them for what they were doing. I really enjoyed it. But it's over. It's over. And I look forward to whatever they're going to do next. Now, if they were to bring back the cast and say, hey, look, we're going to do a season 4, yeah, of course I'm going to watch it. I don't see that happening. And to be honest, while they might be able to do that for Daredevil, I don't believe you still have the same amount of strength with, say, shows like Luke Cage, definitely not Iron Fist, and the Punisher. I could see he might be the only one who survives. I could definitely see them saying, no, we're going to hold on to this guy.
I think you can see Jessica Jones. You can see Jessica Jones possibly coming back. I think Luke Cage, she's already contracted out for another show. I think, what is it called? Evil.
Yeah, he's on. Well, it's not just his. He's got. I mean, Luke Cage was really good for him. It really raised his profile. So he's doing more than just the bad boyfriend and the romance girl trip films and such. He's actually got people reaching out and saying, "Oh no, we could use you on this." He's really good on Evil. So he's got that stuff going on. Ben Jones is definitely going to be doing his own stuff. They didn't really cement anything with those two characters. I thought they missed a really good opportunity. Huh?
The missed opportunity, but also was that controversy regarding Iron Fist that was misplaced.
It was stupid because I think so many people approached Iron Fist, and I think they thought the character was originally Chinese or something, and you had to educate them like, no, this dude was always white. He was always white. And they're like,
they confused him with Shang-Chi.
He was like, he's the white savior. It's like, no, he's not the white savior. He's the outsider. He comes back, and then he comes back home, and he doesn't fit in anymore because he's raised in this mystical place of Kunlun. So they totally missed the ball on that. They totally missed the ball on Power Man and Iron Fist and that great dynamic they had in the comics. Daredevil, they got right. But, it's over. Anytime, come on. We start seeing people talking about we need to sign a petition. When's the last time anybody signed a petition? That actually resulted in one of these shows staying. This is not the first petition that's
But we
come.
try. Why don't we try a petition and see what happens? That's all I'm saying. There are fans out there. We're
Send me a
fans of the show.
screenshot of that petition being signed with your name on it, and we're good.
Well,
Got it.
the
All right,
thing,
Cal.
one of the things that's kind of
Your real name.
One of the
Your
things
real
that-
name too.
Stop it.
If I sign with my okay.
Stop it.
I'm gonna start
One
with
of the
that.
things that's
Yo,
lost with the petition is that when the Star Trek one was done, that was with one of the writers, Harlan Ellison. They were saying that they're probably going to cancel it. So he started a campaign with the fans, and then when they saw it, it was almost like a, it wasn't a thing to necessarily save it. It was just giving you this, all right, you got something, we'll give you a third season. They didn't expect much, and they moved Gene Coon out of as exec producer, who was really running the show, weekly. So it's one of the things where it's kind of in the place, but you had to have someone that at least has an in to get you in. Someone that's on the side of the studio that they know, where they said, oh, okay, this guy, he got this thing with the science fiction people and the fans and all this stuff. So he said, we don't think that it's going to last, but we'll kind of see what happens with this third one. And you can see the third season is a little more wacky to try to keep it together and try to bring some, I think it was Spock's brain and stuff like that. So ultimately, in my mind, it's, I don't know. You look at some of the shows that they got so far for, and you have, the Scarlet Witch is sort of a time jumping, probability warping Bewitched, and then you might have the Perfect Strangers in the Winter Soldier and what's the name. So we know that they just want to use some tried and true TV setups, shows to sort of put them together. What would they do? They already have Perfect Strangers with the with what's the name? We're not going to get another Power Man and Iron Fist forever. Who knows? We can only hope for the best. So I don't know.
Oh no, I'm still hopeful that we might get that dynamic worked in the comics. It was so much fun. It was so much fun, the stuff that they would get into, and the interplay between the two of them was so much fun. And they decided, no, we're gonna go be woke on this, and they ruined it. So there was only one episode where the two of them were actually working together, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with woke. I just think there was bad planning on the part of Marvel. The thing that they wanted to do is that it could have been much better. I think you're right. They missed a gigantic
whole speech Luke was giving Danny about him being, this, that, and the other, and your privilege and this. And I was like, how does that work when this guy, grew up in a totally different place after almost dying in a plane crash? How do you say that with a straight face at the end of the day?
That's definitely how TV works. You're not my dad. All movies and Spider-Man, you're not my dad. Those sort of things.
No, they were never buddies. And in the comic, Luke and Danny are buddies. And Danny is with Misty, not Luke.
Danny isn't with Luke. He was with what's her name? Not Luke. She wasn't interested in.
No,
guys.
Danny's not with Colleen Wing. He's with Misty Knight.
I know, but I'm saying in the show. You said in the show.
Yeah, they wanted to show how good of a stick man Luke Cage is, and so they said, "Well, he's gonna come over here and nail Misty Knight." I was like, "Whoa, that's Danny's girl." What happens when Danny gets on the scene? Well, you can have Colleen Knight. He's not supposed to have Colleen Knight. Colleen Wing. He's supposed to be with Misty Knight. You messed up, people. You messed up.
I think it was just a little bit of dramatic license. I don't think it would have worked with those two.
Okay, I am 100% comic fan. And at the end of the day, the comic fan in me knows when you did wrong. You did wrong. You did wrong.
Okay, so listen. There's going to be November 29th, there's going to be a trending party for the Daredevil moratorium. It's officially over. So hey, everybody, if you go to Twitter,
what did you
sign a petition.
Did you say it was
on November 29th, there's a trending party.
Repass for those shows?
Oh my gosh. I said trending party. On November 29th, the Daredevil moratorium is officially over. You hear that? So Disney can now start putting that show on their Disney Plus side, on their Disney Plus channel. They can take back their characters. They can create new shows. What I'm trying to say? So just let's just see what's going to happen.
Be surprised.
Hey, they said they were going to put X-Men. They said they wouldn't put X-Men shows, and they put X-Men shows. Okay. Already on Disney Plus.
Which X-Men shows did they put?
I think they put Days of Future Past, right? I
Yeah,
have
they
to
put the
look it up.
Wolverine stuff. That lets
Yeah.
you know exactly where they're going. Stuff, it'll make it to Disney after it gets out of the Disney vault with all that other stuff they got in there, like Song of the South.
Yo, dude, where the hell are you going from? Sometimes you flummox me sometimes. But hey, I think we've covered this topic more than enough. We're all in agreement that we want to see Daredevil back with Disney. It happens this week coming up, and hopefully they're going to start showing it on Disney Plus, and possibly, if enough of us sign the petitions, they'll bring back the show, and hopefully they'll bring back some of the other Netflix Marvel shows. So hey, Spinner Rack.
Out.
Out.